Hey, welcome to Brunch with Brian, your daily live stream with plenty of great information about real estate and success. And look who we have with us today in his little outfit. It's Mars. I'm really enjoying coming to you from outside lately. It's beautiful outside, and we've just had a real spate of beautiful weather. So it's about 65 degrees now out here. He's actually a little cold. He got his hair cut recently, so we put his little sweater on. So is that a cute sweater or what? Little Mars. He's our cute baby. So I'm gonna hold him. Guys, today is National Internet Day. Today, National Internet Day. Can you imagine what your life would be like without the internet? It was such a different world back then, and some of us are old enough to remember what times were like before cell phones and before the internet. Lynette was wondering, my mom and dad, what did they do before the internet? And I said, honey, let's ask your 9 brothers and sisters. Yeah, Lynette does have, sorry to say, did have 9 brothers and sisters. Now has 6. So it's National Internet Day. And, I had a friend who just, could not get good internet. But, we grew up in Minnesota, and he had a farm out in Minnesota. And just, he's out in a rural area, so he can't get great internet. So he's trying all different things. And finally, he puts the modem out in the barn. And now finally he has stable Wi-Fi. That was a good one. I like that one. Guys, how do trees get on the internet? I'll give you a second on that one. How do trees get on the internet? They log in. Oh, yes, of course. So National Internet Day. It's also National Oatmeal Day. Guys, our assignment today, now hang on. Our lesson today is going to be about your journal. So yes, your real estate and life journal and COVID journal. So just to tell you, it's National Cat Day. So you cat lovers out there, obviously, I like cats just fine. In fact, we went on a Airbnb in Quebec, and unbeknownst to us, when we got there, there was 2 cats that we had to take care of. Actually, my daughter knew about it, and she kind of sprung it on us. But you know what? I actually got to really like these cats, and so cats can be cool. I'm more of a dog guy, and like our little babies here, we got 2 Shih Tzus, and now we got a huge golden doodle coming. I mean, she's here. She's just not huge yet. So oatmeal day, like I said, oatmeal is kind of boring, but I do eat oatmeal. Oatmeal is a good, good for you. It doesn't have any protein in it, but it's got good grains, and that oatmeal can be very healthy and low fat, which is good. So what's the lesson today, guys, is it's a crazy world. There's so much happening right now. There's so many significant things going on in the world, and with health and with the country and politics and everything. And you're gonna want to remember these times, because you know what? Nothing is ever going to be like this. That's pretty much a guarantee. Nothing. No way are all these forces going to all dovetail together into what we're seeing right now. And so it would be good for you to record your thoughts and feelings. And you know what? It's helpful too. Sometimes it's a good stress relief. And you find when you start to talk about these things or write about these things. Now, I'm okay with a video journal. That was the other thing I want to talk about. Now, we've talked about this before, and I've had this assignment before for you to do a journal. And I said I did a whole Teaching Tuesdays on creating and doing a COVID-19 journal. So I really hope some of you guys have been doing that on an ongoing basis, even if it's just like once a week, just to write down. And this is a great habit for the rest of your life. And we've had International Diary Day and some other things where this has come up. I've shown you guys journals that I used to keep way back in the day. And so I keep a video journal, and I write in my notebooks, and, and in my computer. So these things it's really important to have a journal, I think, right now, because the most amazing thing is how much it will reveal to you about your own thought processes, and it gives you the ability to kind of think through things logically, because you start, this is really kind of challenging for me right now, and I feel like I'd like to, if only this could happen, but maybe I could do this, or maybe I could do this, and you just start writing it out, and all of a sudden you a lot of times come up with your own solutions, and you also become more aware of your own feelings and what's tied around that. So many of your feelings are grounded in how you were raised and what you think is important, what your parents thought was important. And look, at some people are just trying to make money, and they're just competitive, driving, and that's all they care about. And then there's other people who, if they just have a nice family life, and they have, maybe a job or maybe not, and if they just bring joy to others, and that's so there's so many different ways to approach. Usually, you were given sort of a tier of values that you brought out of youth. And I'm really going off on a tangent here, but you sort of live your life according to those values. And is winning the most important thing, or is money the most important thing, or is family the most important thing, or is God the most important thing? And hopefully we can all achieve a good balance. Obviously, God, family, country, those things are so important. But you got to make a living, and so obviously that's going to take focus. And real estate investing may be huge in your list of priorities and getting good at, and because real estate investing has the power to change your life. And so that's why we teach real estate investing. And that's why I want you to do these assignments. When we give you these assignments, they're all helpful, and they're all lead towards your path of ultimate, not just succeeding with your financial goals and your real estate investing goals, but also being happier and kind of looking at your life a little differently, maybe, and saying, you know what? And this happened to me. I had a little health scare recently, and I realized that I was carrying a lot of baggage from my youth, from things that I thought were important from when I was a kid. Both my parents are gone, but so many people get stuck in that thing of trying to prove to their parents, trying to win the respect and win the approval of their parents. And I was never going to win the approval of my dad. He just wasn't that kind of a person who was going to give you approval. And my mom was very good at that, though. So, but you can find yourself running on treadmills, hamster wheels, that your parents are gone, and you're still thinking that same way, or you're still trying to prove something to somebody that's long gone. So right now, this is another good thing you can do in your journaling, is really start to figure out what's important to you and what's not important to you. And there's a lot of things maybe that you thought were important that really, I could live without that. And if I just had, what's really your core values, and especially in these trying times, it sort of comes down to your core values. And you can really, writing is, I know there's some really good quotes on this, but writing is really self-revelation. Write that one down if you guys are taking good notes. I don't know, I don't talk about taking notes during Brunch with Brian, but I probably should, because I always talk about it on Teaching Tuesdays. But writing is self-revelatory. Writing is self-revelation. You can, if you're writing a journal, you're finding out about yourself, and you're setting your goals and thinking the right way, because usually you're not projecting, you're projecting the best you or a better you on that page. So that's really important. That's my assignment for today, is do a journal entry for today, and try to do, maybe one or two more before the election, to kind of know what you're thinking now. That's obviously a big thing that's going to change things, possibly, or who knows. Sometimes I call out birthdays. Richard Dreyfuss, Kate Jackson, and Winona Ryder all had their birthday today. Now, quiz question, what happened this day in 1929? That's kind of a clue. What happened this day in 1929? And I talked about fingerprints yesterday, and I forgot to give you the answer. The year that fingerprints were first used was 1904. So we like to have fun little trivia in here once in a while. So what happened in 1929? Who's good at history and knows what happened on this day in 1929? This happened to be a Tuesday, and they actually ended up calling it Black Tuesday. And hopefully, we're gonna actually, the stock market, if you guys watch that at all, over the last couple of days, we've had a couple of black days. I don't know about today. Maybe maybe it'll come back, bounce back. That happens a lot. But that's what happened. Black Tuesday was in 1929 when the stock market crashed, actually, on this day. And back then, and it was a scary day for a lot of people. And so, guys, the best way to not be worried about stock market fluctuations and all this stuff is if you hold real estate, that is a stable investment. If you get them set up where you've got these houses with cash flow, if you can get 10 houses that all cash flow $300 to $500 a month and relatively stable tenants, and now again, I don't think we're ever going to go through this weird COVID stuff, but get through this period, and it's a very stable, great investment. And we're going to have a lot of opportunities for real estate investing over the next year, I would say. And so be aware and be on top of it. So that's my assignment, guys. Write in your journal today. Say hi to Mars. Isn't he so adorable, though? He's even matching me today. We're in red outfits today. And, come here, baby. Saturn is sitting here so nice and patient, his big brother. So here's the babies. And, guys, so I'm going to see you. Today is Thursday. So what always happens on Thursday? Thursday's Live with the Wolffs. So that's at 4 p.m. Pacific time, 7 p.m. Eastern time. So tune in for that on this same time, same channel. We'll be live streaming on all those platforms. And I'm not even sure which house we're going to look at. And we'll figure out something exciting in the real estate world to show you today. So again, we'll see you today a little bit later on Thursday's Live with the Wolffs. And until then, guys, keep expecting success, getting the best training, and taking action.